MidState Technical College Student Affairs Disability Services is located at 1001 Center Point Drive in Stevens Point, and the campus is open from 7 to 9, while Mary Marks, who's in the Disability Services area, is in the office from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and also has time for appointments if needed. MidState Disability Services serves central Wisconsin. This includes Portage, Wood, and Adams County. They serve 13 school districts with campuses in Wisconsin Rapids, Stevens Point, Marshfield, and Adams. The Technical College is 100 years old as of last year. Their primary mission is to provide vocational services for people to get jobs. Until about 20 years ago, the Technical College was called a technical institute. Disability Services has been around since the 1970s, when the 1972 Vocational Act took place. Mary works with high school students who receive special education. She works with them on the transition process and admission testing. The parents are usually involved in this process. Disability Services also serves adult students or students who are parents that need accommodations with children. Many times, the students and their parents will come to Mary for information on how to help their child who has a disability. Mary provides them with any information she may have. This agency is funded through local, state, and federal dollars, along with tuition fees and grants. A majority of Mary's position is grant-funded. The Disability Services provides transition services, helps with pre-college or adult basic education, adults coming back for GED who may need accommodations, or students coming for a personal goal like math skills for a job. Individuals who may need their services can call and make an appointment or get referrals from other agencies. High schools and special education teachers can also refer students, and instructors at the college may refer a student, or they can refer themselves. Other community organizations can also refer a student, like the DVR or CCW. Eligibility for services are just having a disability with professional documentation, such as a doctor's report, therapist or psychiatrist report, special education records, or a learning eval for adults with disabilities. Each year, this agency is evaluated by the supervisor in the yearly performance evaluations. But the Equal Opportunity Office in Chicago, which is where all the complaints about the agency go, requires the Technical College system in Madison to conduct a self-study review every 7 years. They send a self-study ahead of time so the agency can go over their policies and procedures. The review team then comes and looks things over and then gives them recommendations and praise on what they can change or are doing well. They look for things like if the handrails are where they should be and if the correct textbooks are being used and things of that sort. Mary can sit in on a transition IEP plan depending on how complicated the case is. If a student has several disabilities or is on borderline to being successful, she is usually invited to the meeting. Students with specific disabilities and students who passed the admission test already are cases that she is normally not invited to. When an IEP is brought to the college, they use it and really only use the evaluation about what the disability is and where it impacts the students. Some accommodations that they receive in high school may not be offered at the college level, such as open book tests, reduced multiple choices on the test, or calculators being used on a test. The high school teachers now know this and try to prepare the students for this change. Services through the Disability Office are of no cost to students or parents. A main service of this agency is to help students use and understand assistive technology and how it can be used effectively to help them succeed. Everything is individualized, and just because one student receives a service does not mean the next student will. All services are case sensitive.